Hey, Clover mates! Lucky Star Shi-Roku here, and I need to just vent and talk a little bit for a moment, just for my own sanity. So, um, I might be a bit rambly here and all that, so please just try to bear with me as best you can. I need to just stop and talk a moment. I just need to stop for a moment and talk and just get my feelings and frustrations and worries out of the way. So again, just try to bear with me. I know this video might be a little rambly, but that's just because I just need to get all of this crap off of my chest just because it's, uh, just dealing with all this baggage on your own is a little difficult. And I think also by talking about it on camera and just telling you guys, it's just a way for me to just kind of lighten the load a little bit. So just again, just try to bear with me as best you can. But okay, so basically in the next 3 days, I am set to go and pick up my new Windows 11 PC, and just again in just 3 days. And honestly, I should be excited. I should be absolutely bouncing off of the walls with excitement. But if I'm being completely honest, I'm actually feeling a little bit anxious, restless, nervous. I'm just feeling all this negativity. And again, I should be more excited because I'm getting a new machine, a new Windows 11 machine, so I should be more excited, but I just can't help but feel this looming sense of dread. And again, that's just what I want to talk about. Just, again, just to get my feelings out about what's going on. Because yes, it's exciting, but because of the experiences I've had with curries recently, I already spoke about that in the last video I did. But because of that, I'm feeling really, really anxious. Like excited, but also incredibly anxious just because I just don't want any more bubble tray. Basically. So, yeah, so again, 3 days on Tuesday now, at least, well, it should be on Tuesday or Thursday, but the earliest Tuesday. So again, I am set to go to Curry's to pick up my new Windows 11 machine. But again, I'm feeling a bit nervous and anxious. I did already speak about this in the last video I did. Now, I've actually had a bit of trouble with curries. Again, I said this in the last video where they basically ripped off the reserve tag before I could get there because of the very short support window I have. Again, my support's been cut, so that means I can only really go and pick it up on Tuesday and Thursday within like a couple hours. So very, very short window of time. And because of that, they just ripped the reserve label off and sold it, which again, I said in that video was absolutely disgusting behavior. And that's kind of broke my trust with them. I don't really trust curries anymore. And that's why I've got this dread, this looming dread hanging over me. Now, I think I'd feel a little bit better about this if I knew there wasn't potential of them just doing it again. I think that's what's making this so bad. I think if I knew they weren't gonna like do that again, I think I'd feel a lot more better about it. But because they did it before, and because of how they handled it, because of them laughing like as if it's a regular thing, that's what's creating the anxiety. It's not the actual purchase itself. It's the negative experiences that I've had with curries in the past couple of days. But that's what's making me so anxious and nervous. And that's not all. yes, I'm nervous about that, but there's also something else that's going to make these next 3 days feel like 3 years, basically. And that's basically last night, a new update for a game that I've been anticipating, looking forward to, like following the development of for the last few months, finally dropped. Minimum Project version 0.1.0. And I am incredibly excited for that. But so again, it's out. It's on Intervention GTS's Patreon, waiting for me. But I can't do anything. Like, it's sitting there, taunting me. A patch note and everything is there, but I can do bugger all about it right now, and that's making me incredibly. It's just, I mean, like, again, if it wasn't for that, and if it wasn't for the experience I had with Curry's, I wouldn't be as anxious. I don't think I wouldn't be as anxious if it wasn't for that. But because of them two factors, I am incredibly anxious about this. So I guess I just need to, I guess this, making this video is just a form of therapy for me. So, like, whenever I'm feeling anxious or nervous about something coming or whatever, I tend to make videos just to, again, well, one, tell you guys of what's going on, and also just to kind of like de-stress for me as well, because I'm a very anxious person as it is. I'm very distrusting of people. Like, again, in my videos, I try to be all, in my videos, I usually try to be, all, happy-go-lucky and easygoing majority of the time, but deep inside, like on the inside, I'm a very, very, very anxious and distrusting person. And so I guess just by doing this video, I guess I'm just needing to just vent my frustrations and talk to all of you a little bit about as well. And so just to try and make myself feel a little bit better, I guess. But yeah, these next 3 days is going to be the next 3 days are going to be absolute torture. I mean, again, it's only 3 days. I'm meant to pick it up on Tuesday, probably in the afternoon, probably, if I had to guess, just because of when I have support and when I wake up. So it's probably going to be like at 2, 3, somewhere like that, when I pick it up. But of course, after I get the machine, I'll still have a lot to do. Like, I'll still have a bunch of setups. So even then, I'm still going to have to wait a little bit before playing Minimum Project, because I'll have to do all the setup with OBS and Premiere and just getting all of the, just getting my machine up to my standards and stuff like that, ready for recording. And that means I'm going to have to wait even longer before I can actually play Minimum Project. But yeah, I guess, I guess I just really needed this right now, just for my own sanity, my own peace of mind, just because, again, it's like, in a way, it's like a video diary. If you've got anxiety, if you've got worries about what's happening, it's best just to write it down or talk about it on camera, just so if it's a therapy, it's a video diary kind of thing. And again, by extension, I'm telling you guys about it, so I'm not feeling alone. Again, if you guys want, like, have you guys ever had anything like this, like a mishap with a delivery or something to this extent? If you feel comfortable telling me, then feel free to plop it down in the comments. It's just if we can have a discussion about it, maybe that might help ease my tensions a little bit as well. Again, if you've had any similar experiences like this, drop down in the comments. We can have a little discussion. That might help me feel a little better. We can talk about it. Also, in the comments, wish me luck. Put a whole bunch of good vibes in the comments. Good. Best wishes, good luck. A bunch of, like, feel free to like put my 4-leaf clover Oshi mark in there as well, you know. So again, just feel free to go absolutely ballistic in the comments, you know. We can have a discussion about that. Any positive messages you might have, again, leave a like as well. You know, just any kind of support I really feel like I need right now. Again, you don't have to, but I would really appreciate if you did, just because I am very, very nervous about the next 3 days. And again, I would feel a lot better about it if it wasn't for those factors. Like if it wasn't for Curry's being so shady and doing that, and if it wasn't for Minimum Project being right there and I have to wait for it, if it wasn't for that, I would feel a lot better about it. But because of that, it's just making my anxiety go through the roof. And again, I usually try to hide my anxiety in videos. I don't really show it very often. But every so often, like, you know, as easygoing in my videos as I try to be, every so often I need to do these real videos, just, you know, just every so often, just to show that I'm, you know, I'm not a robot. I'm not an AI. I'm a real person with real feelings and emotions and worries and concerns and all that. So I think as much as I try to do my normal content, you know, just, you know, stick to the script and the game and all that, every so often I think I do need to do these little venting videos just for my own peace of mind, pretty much. So yeah, so hopefully the next 3 days should go off without a hitch. Again, if you want, you leave a like, subscribe if you're new, keep up with the community tabs for any updates. You know, put loads of like good vibes and messages and stuff in the comments if you want. If you've had a similar experience, put it in the comments. We can have a discussion, and that might help. You know, if I can have a discussion like this, maybe I might feel a little better about it. I know Minimum Project is a bit of a niche kind of game, but if by some chance you are actually playing it, please don't actually spoil the new updates. I very much want to go into it as blind as I can, you know, so I can enjoy it myself. So again, don't spoil it. You know, just put loads of positive vibes and messages, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, and all that said, I will hopefully see you guys in the next 3 days when I have my machine, or well, past 3 days, just because I need to set things up. But hopefully I should see you guys in the next few days, hopefully. Again, subscribe and keep up with my community tabs in the meantime for any other updates in the meantime. And until then, have a good day, you guys, and just 3 more days. This is going to be absolute torture. I can already feel it.